Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Football Appreciation YouTube channel. Now, it looks like Rui Patricio is going to leave, which I feel like is one of the worst kept secrets in Wolves. It feels like it's been linked with about 2 months now, but it's always been kind of dodgy Italian outlets, right? Now it's Fabrizio Romano. I'm not going to talk about Jose Sarr just because it kind of feels like he's kind of just chucked him in. If there's more rumours, I'll do a video on Jose Sarr, but I feel like Romano's just gone on Gestafoot and gone, okay, let's look at goalkeepers. Ederson's their first one. Then there's Rui Patricio down here somewhere. And then they've gone Jose Sarr as the third one. It feels like that's just what Romano's done. But look, I've seen Wolves fans be quite split on this. Like I was going through Twitter just, you know, this guy James saying, is Patricio harder to replace than Neves? Dan saying he'd be absolutely fine with this. It's been quite split, weirdly. Wait, what was that? Arsenal poised to make it. Oh. Wow, I just got clickbait by that guy. But anyway, I'm going to explain why I don't think this is a big deal. And I think Wolves selling Rui Patricio is a very intelligent thing to do. Now, first of all, obviously 12 million euros. That's a really good price tag. That's basically what we paid for him. And he's, how old is Rui Patricio? He's 33, right? Yeah, he's 33 and he's out of contract next year. So getting 12 million for a 33-year-old goalkeeper is good business. And I don't know if this website's reliable. I don't think it is. But apparently he's our second highest earner. And I was on quite a few websites and they also said this. So I assume he's one of our high earners. But also, if you just ignore all that and look at the stats. Like I was looking at the goalkeeper stats this season in the Premier League. Now, I know this is just going to look like a bunch of waffle to you. I'll try and break it down. So this is every Premier League goalkeeper who's played, I think, 10 games or over. And I've kind of broke it up into crosses conceded, their post-shot expected goals per 90, their cross percentage, and how many passes they launch. So people say Rui Patricio is this like bad goalkeeper with his feet, and this statistic is how many shot passes they launch without goal kicks. So basically, if you're up here, you're just booting the ball up really high, and if you're down here, you're basically like Ederson, if that makes sense. You know, Ederson, Mendy, like ball-playing goalkeepers. He's eighth, so a lot of his passes are just kind of whacking up the pitch. And if you want to play a four at the back and play more. Maybe you don't have 3 centre-backs in front of you. You probably need someone that can pass out the back a bit. So that's probably a part of it. But also, if you look at was this one? No, this was crosses, right? So this is how many crosses are stopped in terms of percentage, right? So this basically shows how dominant you are as a goalkeeper. So someone like Nick Pope, for example, who's 6'7", is top with 12%. Rui Patricio, I assume that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's like 18th best. 5.7% of the crosses that come into the box he stops. Like, that's really bad. Like, that's low for someone who's an experienced goalkeeper. And if you look at that goals we concede from corners as well, or the goalkeepers that concede goals from corners, he's got the 4 from out. He's conceded 9. Now that obviously that's not just his fault. This stat's kind of a bit of a reach from me. But what this shows me is that you could just look at it and go, we're terrible at defending corners, and he's just facing loads of corners, i.e. Sam Johnstone, who's top. But you could also flip it and go, maybe he's not commanding his area. But I'm not really, that one's a bit harsh. But if you look at his post-shot expected goals per 90, so what this basically is, if you're in the green, it shows you either you're an exceptional shot stopper because you're saving more than you're expected to, or you're just getting really lucky. And if you're down here in the red, it shows either you're a below average shot stopper or you're getting really unlucky. And he's one of 5 goalkeepers in the red with David De Gea, Gaeta, Carl Darlow and Alex McCarthy. Every other goalkeeper in the Premier League, well, Edmund Mendy's got a 0, but every other goalkeeper is positive, which basically is one of the 5 worst goalkeepers in terms of stopping things based on expected, what was it again? Post-shot expected goals. Now, look, this just doesn't mean he's an awful goalkeeper. This could just mean that Wolves face really high quality shots, which means he's less likely to save them. It could, or he could just be having a down year. But he's 33 and he's one of the 5 worst goalkeepers in terms of post-shot expected goals per 90. That's worrying. To me, that shows a decline, or that he's just being really unlucky. Now, look, I'm not going to speak about Jose Sarr. I've never watched him in my life, bar when we played Olympiacos. And I'll do a video on him if, you know, there's more rumours. But these stats, to me, show he's booting the ball up a lot. He's not really commanding from crosses. And he's not actually saving as many chances. Like, look, Aaron Ramsdale, for example, here. He's positive. Jordan Pickford's positive. Bernd Leno's positive. Johnston's positive. Lloris, who gets loads of criticisms, positive. All these goalkeepers everyone slags off are above him. So, look, I'm not saying Rui Patricio is a terrible goalkeeper, but when you're in our financial position, and you need to raise funds, and he's the second highest earner, along with Giammattino. Getting 200k a week off your books isn't a bad thing. And Jose Sá will probably cost about 10 million. I think his market value is 6 million. So let's just say and Rui Patricio was 9, I think. So let's say Jose Sá's on half the money, and you make a couple million from selling Patricio for 12 and buying Jose Sá for 10. That's just money we need. Plus, it lowers the average age of the squad as well. So I don't see any downside to Rui Patricio leaving. I've got a lot of love for Rui Patricio. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I'll always respect him for taking number 11, although I hope Jose Sá doesn't. But I think Rui Patricio's been a good servant. He was the first big name we really signed until Giammattino came in. But this is a good sale from Wolves. He's the oldest player in the squad, bar Giammattino. His numbers are on the decline. He's not good with his feet, and he's not commanding from crosses. So that's my say on it. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good decision to sell him? Subscribe to the channel for more Wolves content, for more Premier League content, etc. And yeah, let me know what you think of Rui Patricio leaving and Jose Sá coming in. And yeah, peace.